Hey guys, thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much to the wonderful cast of Halloween for joining us today. Everybody give it up. So we're going to do a Q&A. Who would like to ask the first question?
Don't all go at once. It's all good.
Question, answer, Q&A. There we go.
Go for it, buddy.
How nerve-wracking was it being like a remake of an absolute original? Like, was it really like harsh on you guys mentally?
Who's that directed at?
All of it.
All of us?
Like a group chat.
I tell you, I mean, I watched all the other Halloweens to see what the other Michael Myers did, and I wanted to kick it up to the next level to make him more than a one-dimensional character. But I didn't realize how big the fan following was until, you know, I put on the mask and started meeting the fans. It's kind of like the same thing happened to me when I did the Sabretooth. It was like, X-Men, okay, here we go. And that's a huge world. And the Halloween is just the same. It's kind of crazy. It was a little nerve-wracking at the beginning, but then once you get into killing, it's all good.
Mine was the same. When I got the role, I was already, even before filming, I was compared to Jamie Lee Curtis, like right off the bat, and it was pretty much completely negative because that role was just like they were hunting for it for a really long time, and when I did get it, it was just like, and I was 17 at the time, so when I was reading all these comments of these people already judging me before even seeing my work, I was kind of scared. But obviously, you know, when we did the movie, some people's thoughts changed, which was really amazing. But I mean, shut your face. When I grew up on Michael Myers. My dad's a mortician, so I grew up like in that sort of world. And Michael Myers, my uncle used to put that mask on and scare me like all the time as a kid. So being a part of this like meant a lot to my heart. But yeah.
What about you? I'm like the opposite. I never watched any horror movies growing up, and I didn't know the original Halloween until I got cast in it, and then I did research and stuff. But I don't even think I like looked at the internet back then, so I have no idea what people thought or said.
That's probably a good thing.
Yeah, it's probably a great thing. You're good.
I'm not even sure. Yeah, I mean, it was like MySpace days or something.
Right.
I don't even remember.
It
but
was MySpace. My first MySpace was created. Scout for Halloween.
Yeah. Yes, that's what I remember, and I don't remember. Yeah, I don't. I think I found out after the movie, after we shot it, how important it was, and I'm kind of happy that I found out after, so that I didn't feel the pressure while filming it, and I just did what was in the script, what was written. You know, the part that was written was what my job was to make that come alive, and that's what I felt I did, and I did what Rob wanted, and then thank God it kind of worked out, because I didn't know whose footsteps I was following, and I love PJ, and I'm so glad that it worked out. You know, that she and I are friends and friendly, and it's a totally different movie, and there's not even like a comparison, I don't think, you know?
I'm pretty much right there with Kristina. I hadn't really watched the Halloween movie. I think I watched the original once I got the part. And I still didn't, it didn't even like click, honestly, like how big and impacting this movie was until like the first few conventions that I did, you know, and it really started to sink in like how awesome you guys are.
Sorry, but for you it's a little different because you actually had to create a whole new character.
Well, that was me, you know, man, because up until that point I was like acting so much, so it was like, you know, I was in love, like I loved acting, I still do, but I was doing so much then that I was like, you know, I had that role going and I just, you know, I devoured it.
Anybody else?
There was a lot to your character that, how do you pronounce your first name?
Daeg, like D in front of egg.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, Daeg. Your character was brand new.
Hell yeah.
No offense, guys, all right? But you guys owned your roles too. We so appreciated the remake, which again, it's a hard thing to do a remake of a classic, but you pulled it off. I mean, you were a kid.
Blush.
You were a kid, and you were just, I know it's not a cue, but I'm giving you your A. I'm telling you, you answered the question, what was he like after that? And you answered it.
Hell yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Anybody? Go for it, brother.
This is for Tyler and Daeg. What were your favorite kills that you guys did in the movie?
My favorite kill is when I killed a nurse in Halloween 2. I just stabbed the hell out of her. And then she ended up going on to win an Oscar. So I'm technically the only serial killer to kill an Oscar winner.
I like how you worked on that story, because the last time you took it, you said it took like a long time, and this time you made it very
I
succinct.
wanted
and it was
to
great,
just
like,
keep it contained
you got it.
because I know how much you like to
You
talk.
got it.
So I'm gonna let you talk.
No, this was
I kept
good.
it tight, keep it tight.
I liked killing
Hand it over to you.
I liked my first kill with the stick, the spy kid, Judy.
Yeah.
My favorite.
That was awesome. I think we had like 5 sticks, like prop sticks, styrofoam, and Rob just kept saying, "Go harder, go harder, go harder." And then we're on our last stick because I kept breaking them because of how hard I was going. And then he was like, "All right, calm down. Like, we're on our last stick. Let's not break all the props."
Next.
How was it like working with Rob?
He's a great director. He pretty much like he supports improvisation, you know, like and I love that because there's some directors, man, they'll cut the scene if you say one word wrong, and it's like that takes out the art, you know, like let the actor have the art and he lets the actors put the art into it.
Yeah, Rob is really fantastic to work with. I mean, visually looking at him, I mean, you know, he's super, super creative. The one thing that I really, really love about him is he would be there on set before anyone else showed up sometimes. And in H2, my room in the back room, he did all of that. He just came in and just like graffitied all of it and just like made it, like Charles Manson, just like made it his own, you know? And when you have a director that is like cares that much, it just makes it the product that much better. And he's super smart, he's super nice. I remember on the first set, he came. It was almost my birthday, and he was like, "I don't know if you've ever heard of White Zombie or Rob Zombie," and I was like, "No, I've never listened to your music." And he came up so shy, and he had every CD that he's ever made, and he just handed it to me. He was like, "Here's my music," and I've seen him in concert like 9 or 10 times, and I still like text him and like, whenever you're playing, like just let me know. And he's like, aren't you like done seeing my concert? It's like, no, like every time I see a show, it's like the best.
Yeah, I agree with everything.
I could go on talking about him.
Yeah, I've only seen him twice in concert though. So maybe the next time you go,
Yeah.
we'll go together.
I saw him at the Spike TV Awards when he played with Alice
Yeah.
Cooper. Oh yeah, you, Sherry, and I brought up Ozzy. That
Yes,
was
we
cool.
did.
Really?
Yeah, that was
Oh
really
my
cool.
god, that's amazing.
I remember talking to him.
remember-
Smiling eyes, smiling eyes.
I remember there was, I don't know, I think I drove with me and my girlfriends. We were being, I don't know, we drove to Columbus, Ohio, like 2 days to get there, just go see Rob, and then literally after the concert, head back. But he like gave us those props to like go on stage and like throw into the crowd and stuff. It was like the best experience of my life. Sorry.
Go for it, buddy.
This is for Daeg. All right. Are you more noticed or picked out for Halloween or being sky tossed by Will Smith and Hank?
You know what? It really depends where I'm at and the crowd. And what's really funny is sometimes they'll get both, but they'll get both wrong. They'll be like, "Oh, dude, you're that one kid from like Friday the 13th and Hitchcock, right?" And I'm like, 1, wrong horror movie. 2, I wish I worked with Hitchcock, you know, like, but it's Hancock. So then sometimes I'll just be like, no, no, that's not me. I'm not in Hitchcock and Friday the 13th. No. And then leave it at that.
For all of you. This is just bizarre. My wife doesn't like horror movies at all, but for some reason, this was the movie I brought over on my first date with her.
I'm sorry.
And then when I proposed to her, I yelled, "Come back in the living room, come back in the living room," and I had put back Halloween on.
Oh my
And
god.
her initial reaction, even though I was down on my knee, was, "Oh, come on, I don't want to watch this again." So thank you for playing a huge role in my life. And we're still together, so it's all good.
Good. If you guys like break up,
I
it's
guess
not
you
your
don't watch
fault.
Halloween too often anymore.
My question is for actually the three of you, no offense, but you couldn't have been interacting with Tyler in the movie too much. I know you're a former pro wrestler and you're just a massive human being. What was it like? Were you intimidated when you just see him walk on set and dressed as Michael Myers, and when you're getting physical with these, much smaller people? Like, how do you?
He's a giant teddy bear.
No, tell him the truth.
I think he got super annoyed with me because I was just like, Tyler! I was like, no. He was like, oh my god.
No, tell him what happened the first
Okay.
scene.
He tried to kill me the first day of set. Literally, he almost killed me the first day on set.
The first scene we
You almost killed me,
the first
Tyler.
scene
You
I'm
almost
doing
killed
with
me.
this young kid is in the basement. You were on the floor, she picking up the knife, and
She says every time.
she was supposed to stop, right, before stabbing me. She stabbed me with the real knife.
They didn't tell me that they switched the knife.
Oh, they didn't tell me. That's
Like,
a
they
great
didn't tell
excuse.
me. And they didn't yell cut. It's not my fault.
Well, you cut already.
and then I think he was like seeking revenge because the following scene, literally, I think we shot like an
If
hour
I was
after.
seeking revenge, you'd be dead.
There was a part where we're running up the. Shh, let me tell you, sorry. We're running up the stairs, and they built the stairs, and there was about like a, I don't know, like a 20-foot drop. It was, I mean, you would get hurt if you fell. And he kept going. So I was sitting on the top of the
They told me
stairs.
to.
Yeah. Well, I'm up there dangling, and then he swung me off, and thankfully he caught me. But I almost
Yes.
died.
She almost died.
We
But I
both
saved her.
almost died.
But she stabbed me.
But
Luckily, you have that mutant healing ability.
there was okay, you guys, I didn't stab. There's a cardboard right here, and I've got
A
perfect
cardboard.
aim.
Yeah,
And
right?
There's a cardboard right here.
I hit it.
Bullseye on?
Yeah.
That just shows you how strong she is. She stabbed me, and there was a piece of cardboard that protected me.
Oh, let's do it now, Tyler.
Okay.
My big old guns.
Go for it, buddy.
Wow.
All right, first off, you know, it's hard to make a remake, but you guys all aced it, so thank you.
Thank you.
The question is, how was it to have Daniel Harris on the set, knowing she was actually original from one of the original Halloweens? Did she inspire you guys? You know, did she give you pointers or?
Dude, Danielle became kind of like a sister of mine during that time period. I kind of really, really looked up to her. And I remember doing the second movie when I was stabbing her, or not stabbing her, when I found her like all bloodied up. In my mind I was. But it was really hard for me to get through that scene. Like, very, very hard. And just seeing her in that pile of blood and her dying, I couldn't stop crying that I had to like leave set. And I ran into this fool. He didn't help me at all. But no, he did.
I made you laugh.
But I mean, when you get close to people, you know, and they become family, and then you kind of see that, it kind of messes with your head. And that was the first time that's ever happened in my career where it kind of messed with me, seeing her like that. And you know, she's super sweetheart, so I think probably.
Yeah, for Tyler and Scott, at what point did you know you were going to be doing a Halloween too?
On the set of the first one.
Yeah, I was originally signed for 2.
Really?
Yes.
I wasn't.
I was, and then Rob, you know, was iffy if Rob was going to do it, and I'm like, son of a bitch. And then he agreed to do it, which was a good thing. So.
I remember Rob almost quit, like, in the beginning of doing his like back.
Yeah, well, there were a lot of rewrites and things.
Yeah.
still holding the record today, too.
Yeah, I know.
That's right.
10 years later.
Rob was.
Yep.
Questions. This is for all of you. What was the scariest scene you ever had to film, the first or second?
Okay, so mine, like, there was only one time that I actually, like, got, like, low-key scared, and it wasn't for, like, any of the, like, horror reasons or anything. Like, there was that one shot right before I killed William Forsythe when I slit his throat, and, like, you see from the outside, me inside, looking out, like, checking, see if anybody will see me kill William, and, like, for that shot, there was no one else in the freaking house, and, like, it was a dark, kind of creepy house. And like I was low key afraid in that house because I was like, y'all just leaving like nobody like. So that was my scary part.
I don't know, like scared, actually scared filming. Who else? Sorry.
What was the most, I guess, coolest scene, like your favorite that you ever filmed?
I think I was just
Honestly,
like.
when you were naked and I was holding you.
Yes, obviously when you fondled me.
When I fondled you.
Before and after takes. You know, that was for that other version of Halloween.
It was my drumming.
No, I don't know. I mean, scared. I think I was just nervous when I had to do my death scene. That was because I didn't know Tyler really. We had like met once before, right? When we had to shoot that scene.
I can't remember, man. That was a decade ago.
Right.
I can't remember what happened this morning.
Well, yeah, just like I had to be like naked, and then this guy who I didn't know had to like pick me up at some point, like first strangle me and then pick me up, and I was like, this is the most awkward thing I've ever experienced in my life. Like I wasn't scared, I was just like, this is weird, you know, like this is not something I ever want to do again. And I remember I did that night. I drove home and I was crying because it was so like it was so intense to feel, you know, to have to like act like you're dying, right, and be so vulnerable to be nude while you're doing it, and have this like, but at the same time have this great experience of being on an awesome film and a set.
Did you know it was Sabretooth? That
No,
was
I did
picking
not
up.
know. I did not know. I had
Oh,
no
see,
idea.
I knew. That's how I flexed on my friends. I was like, guys, when I grow up, I'm gonna be Sabretooth. Like, what?
I'm still learning today, like things about movies and who people are, which is not that great. But
I think I carried you down that hallway like 5 or 6 times, didn't I?
Yeah, I mean that was like, I think I almost
Easy
just like
lifting.
blanked out or something. Like, you know when
Yeah.
you do like you're like in survival mode and you're like, I just have to do this.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and you just blank out.
You think you had it tough. I'm
Well,
wearing
I'm
this
sure.
mask trying to carry you down the
I'm sure
hallway
it's
and not
awkward
bash
for
your
you
head
too.
off the wall.
I know.
Like, oh, shit.
I actually felt sorry for you in a little bit too, because I was like, this must be so awkward for him. Like, I mean, I think Renee was on set though, or something, right? Was she there?
Probably.
So that was probably like a little bit like, it was like eased.
Yeah.
In a little
Yeah, Renee's my wife. I said, hey, I get to carry Kristina down the hallway.
She's like, yeah.
Knowing Renee said, yeah, you go have fun with that.
I don't think I was ever scared.
You just said you were hanging from the thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
You almost died?
I
You
mean,
were scared?
When I almost died,
Scene
I'm
one.
sorry. Well, but then
Scene 2.
after that, I don't know. Horror movies, I mean, probably because I've grown up around death, like, in my face. I feel like they just kind of like faked me, so I can always like, so it was kind of like just a playground for me on the set. But I do know when I watched it, the scene that terrified me the most was when Daeg killed Daryl. I think that was like super terrifying for me to watch, and yeah.
Yeah, I think
I
that
was
was
freaked
scary.
out when I finally got through that little shack. When all that shit
No,
came
it didn't.
flying
You
at
finally did. And I was just chilling in there.
No, when those pieces
cold.
came flying at you,
No, they were throwing it at me.
When I broke the wall, you jumped back.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
It might be.
Chicken.
Chicken.
Gooni's got a question.
Go for it, brother.
I was working with Malcolm McDowell. Did you guys learn anything from him?
I loved working with Malcolm. He's still to this day like one of like the best like fine-tuned actors that I've worked with. And I've worked with like Will Smith, Jason Bateman, and some other like just great actors. Malcolm McDowell, I think it's like the British in him or something. Like the British actors, they're the thespians, you know what I'm saying? They fine-tune their shit. So like he was great. He was great to work with. Like that scene where I'm crying and shit, that was completely improv. Like, I don't want to go home. Rob was just like, yo, I want some more footage for the movie, so do something. And then just both of us, our spark, you know, just caught flame, and then bam.
Malcolm for me on the set was the one that would just crack you up the entire time. You'd just be breaking constantly. I'd be like bawling and crying, and Malcolm would say something, and I just like couldn't finish the scene. So that was really nice, really sweet of him. What about you then? Oh, you didn't work? Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I worked.
Shit, sorry, I worked.
No, he's a good dude. And we did I was getting to it, shut up. I did this scene with him in the asylum where I had my hands handcuffed and I got the mask on. And he goes, I bet I can make you laugh in less than a minute. I thought, there's no way I'm going to break under this mask. He goes, oh, really? Rubber dildos? And I'm just busted up. And Rob's like, guys, we're shooting on film here. It's expensive. Could you quit fucking around and shoot the scene?
It's not all behind the scenes. It's
Yeah, and Malcolm's like, oh, sorry. I guess we better do it. So yeah, that's my with Malcolm. And then the next time, when I did the scene at the front door, Malcolm likes to talk. Okay, he likes to pontificate. He's British. So he'd be coming up to the front door giving this speech, and I'm like this far away from him. And he's giving this whole speech. I'm like, Rob, in between takes, I go, now, do you think he goes, just snatch his ass? And I said, okay, good. As soon as he opens his mouth, just snatch his ass, because if he's that close to me, I'm going to try and kill him, right? So we do the next take. He comes up starting his thing, and I just grabbed him, and he squealed like a little girl.
That's awesome. Hell yeah.
He's like, who the hell? What are you doing? And Rob was just busting a gut.
Hell yeah.
And I think that's one of the ones he used. Yeah. That's my Malcolm story there. So there you go.
There we go.
Next question.
Yeah, this is a question for Tyler. So around the time, I guess, either during or after Halloween 2, Rob was supposed to do another movie called Tyrannosaurus Rex.
T-Rex, yeah.
Any details on that one? I know he doesn't want to do that anymore, or?
Yeah, well, you know, sometimes movies fall out and stuff like that. We were prepping for it, getting ready. I was doing a bunch of training for it.
Were you going to be the T-Rex?
Yes.
Sorry.
And there's no kids in here, right?
Yes,
Right there.
Oh man, you were hiding behind there. Yeah. See what I gotta fucking do with? Every time. But no, I mean, sometimes it just doesn't work out. One of those things that didn't work out. I don't know what happened. The studios, whatever.
Maybe it was your T-Rex.
They're like, his arms aren't short enough.
They needed to recast, but then it was
Sorry,
like.
I'm gonna start crying.
His T-Rex impersonation was up to par.
Prove it.
I know, I just wanted to see him do it.
I really hate all these people.
Good thing I'm not staying at your house.
But then again, he almost got the part in Jurassic Park, you know?
Yes.
So
That would have been iconic.
Well, yeah. That would have been amazing. I mean, it's like
Next question.
The bear. No, the bear in Leonardo DiCaprio Revenant.
That was you? I knew I recognized that.
Actually,
That was his friend.
It actually was my stunt double from
Yeah.
X-Men.
Oh, yes.
So in a roundabout way, it was me.
Oh my god.
Were you guys able to bring anything back from set, any cool props that you guys still have?
I got my clown costume and mask.
I still have my whole outfit, because actually that skirt was my skirt. And then I got to keep the boots, because those were amazing boots, and I still wear them today, and they still have my name in them, Linda. They still have Linda in them, in chalk. And then I have the Slayer shirt too.
Oh.
And then, I know, I don't have that jacket. That's like in a secret compartment somewhere in like a drawer with a lock on it.
They took my my Kiss shirt from the second one. They wouldn't let me freaking take it home. I was so bummed. So bummed.
Why not? Did you get to keep any of the mask?
I've got all my stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I
You just take it.
I got, they,
On your last
they
day, you
presented-
pack it up.
They presented me with the masks and said you did a great job, and then the prop maker gave me the knife and said you deserve this. So I have the first and second knives and masks, the whole costumes and outfits, and Rob and I did a little booting. We went rock star.
Oh, yeah.
I wish we could find those jackets. If we could get those jackets, the ones we wore, like the Haddonfield High jackets.
Oh yeah.
Those would be cool. Did you have?
I didn't have
No,
one.
you
You
had one,
had
but
one.
Danielle had one.
Danielle had one. I had the
It'd
total
probably be
skull. I have the total
eBay.
skull, but
Yeah, oh right,
that's
yeah.
one that I got.
Yeah.
But those jackets would be cool to find again. I wonder if we got some.
Probably.
Well, they probably
Probably.
sold them.
Yeah.
There's so many. They like.
But be
sold-
careful
like
what
Rocky
you
Horror
buy
Picture.
online for props and stuff like that. Because I had a guy come up to me who swore he had my jumpsuit. And he goes, I just paid $5,000 for your jumpsuit. And literally, I was just looking at it going, dude, that's not my jumpsuit.
Was it
He
too
goes-
small or something?
He goes, what do you mean? Quit fucking up my punchline. So yeah, he held it up and it was too short. It was about 2 feet too short. And I'm like, sorry buddy. So he tried to get his money back and
Oh man, yeah, that's a bummer.
like they say, shit happens, Daeg. Okay, next question. Moving on here.
As many times I've seen Halloween, obviously you say die in part 2. Isn't it true in part 1 you said boo to the scout in the movie?
I did. Yeah.
But it was in his T-Rex
very
voice.
hard to catch. It's very hard to catch.
No, I think they probably edited it out because they didn't want it in there. But that was right before she stabbed me.
Where's the dinosaur?
Dad, why don't you rap for us? But no, so they ended up cutting it out. Sometimes you do stuff for a movie, you just have to cut it out and make it what it is. So.
You said you got stabbed the first day of on set?
Jesus.
First day, first scene.
Did that ruin like the rest of your time on the movie?
It did, it pissed me the fuck off.
Did you get like an insurance claim on that?
Yeah. Why did you get?
Why did I what? Get more? You're the one that stabbed me. Good thing I got stabbed by a little kid that has got no strength. Next question.
Halloween 2 had 2 endings. Which one did you prefer and why were there 2?
Scout.
No, this is all you, dude.
What were the 2 endings?
She's in a
There was
hospital,
one.
and then she sees Sherry with the horse.
It was damn near 10 years ago. Yeah. Oh yeah, the horse one and then
The one where I get
I
shot
killed.
and the one that I come out in the mask.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the one where she comes out in the mask and she looks like she's wearing a bobblehead.
You are such a butt. You are such a butthole. Okay, they decided that last second. I was playing with the mask. It was the first time I've ever put the mask on, and I put it on during like I think we're watching like playback, and I just put it on, and Rob was like, "Oh, that's interesting." So then we just used it. So we just like literally went and did it, but they didn't have time to like make it fit my face. Tyler.
Well, yeah, and you sneezed in it when you were great.
Wishes.
Questions?
This is for Scout. How did you prepare for Laurie's downward spiral when she starts falling into Michael Myers' psychosis?
Oh, how did I prepare for that? I honestly, I don't know why. I just like connect with like really dark material. I love to do that because I feel like it's like therapy for me.
It was
Getting
really
out
good. It was
all
like really
my
believable.
things, all my aggression and all this stuff. It was just kind of like finding it and playing around and figuring out how far she wants to go. But I mean, I just figured if someone had gone through that, you know, you would lose it. You would absolutely lose it. And that's what I love that Rob was able to like let me just go.
Did he let you know at first, like when you guys started filming?
No, he just kind of just like he didn't. And then even before any scene, he was just kind of like just let me discover it and find it, which is really cool.
You did a good job, too.
Thank you, honey. Thanks.
Daeg? Also, yeah, how old were you? You were like 9?
11.
11, okay.
Yeah.
Did any of it stay with you?
Nah, I mean, like, I'd been acting since I could speak, you know, like with little church plays and stuff. Actually, my first film was on VHS, Tots on Tape. It was like little kids teaching little kids shit. But, no, it's all fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not every day you get to kill someone and then not have to live with killing them and then get paid to do it and then be on camera if you like being on camera. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, it was a really fun experience. And like, I mean, I'd rather be on set than on vacation even, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's what I love. So it was great.
I want to go back to the little kid shit.
Tots on Tape, it like turned into like Whiz Kids. It was sold at like Toys R Us and shit, you know. I'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9,
I did
8,
that
7,
stuff. I did that with like
and then like Lion goes roar.
I had like a paintbrush. I had like a little
Look both
paintbrush
ways when
that
you
I,
cross
like,
the street.
Yeah.
There's
What?
a generation that's been taught by you.
Yeah, right?
You
Hell
can
yeah.
take credit for that.
I can. Oh god. Okay.
So that's why this generation is fun. It's all clear to me now.
And Daeg, how does the T-Rex go?
That's how he snores. Wake up, be like, oh shit, I thought it was a T-Rex again.
Any more questions, guys?
Have any of you had any contact with those from the original Carpenter one? I mean, your counterparts?
Tony Moran is a nut. He's funny. He's a cool guy. The original Michael Myers, he's a cool cat.
Yeah, I talked to PJ. It's a funny story. I went to film school, and one of the kids in my class is like best friends with her daughter. So like in film school, we were working together, and suddenly he's like, "Oh yeah, like PJ," and I was like, "That's so crazy. What a small world, you know?" Like so then I got closer to PJ just because we knew people outside of the Halloween thing.
I met other characters, not Jamie. I mean, I would love to meet her. I know that I got really close to his part on Scream Queens, and I was hoping that would be really awesome. So just like, you know, get to meet her. Maybe one day, hopefully. I'm still holding on for hope.
Keep your fingers crossed.
And toes.
There you go. Yeah, I know you run into them every once in a while at these conventions and stuff. It's kind of cool. Yeah.
Text message.
Anything else, guys?
y'all should follow me on YouTube. Just look up Daeg, because on the 10th I'm dropping Daeg's Untitled Halloween Project, and it's a song and music video that's dropping 3 weeks before Halloween, and it's gonna be tight. If you like our movie, you'll like it.
Tight.
Good one for Tyler. How was your experience working on Troy?
Oh, it's fantastic. I got to spend 3 months in Malta and 3 months in Cabo, and just working with those people was fantastic. You know, I mean, the sets were amazing. In Malta, we were in the castles, and then in Cabo, they built the gates of Troy where I had that big fight, and just driving up to that was fantastic. You know, getting to work with Eric and that. It sucks that the Hulk killed Sabretooth, but I asked for a rewrite, but they said no. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I mean, my trailer was right next to Brad's, and we hung out all the time, and it was cool. Yeah.
We have time for like one more. Does anybody else have a question? Shoot, buddy.
Alright. This is for all of you. If you guys could be in any other major horror movie franchise.
Frankenstein.
Interview with a Vampire.
Oh, yeah.
They're actually recasting that, and like on Anne Rice's like Facebook, you can like go and like comment which actor you think would be amazing to be Lestat. So y'all could go and like post a picture of me or some shit and be like, this guy would be an amazing Lestat. My hair's long because of Lestat. I saw that the Interview with the Vampire when I was 4, and I was like, I want to be like them, so I grew my hair out, and then it stuck.
I'd say like Thundercats or something. Like I want to do like I want to be fucking like one of the Thundercats.
That's not cool.
I don't know. Does Resident Evil count?
Yes.
Yeah, totally, man.
You could be a good Jill Valentine.
I would.
All right, guys. I think that is going to be the panel. Thank you again, guys. Thank you guys so much, and thank you guys for joining us for the country. Thank you guys.